Hey guys, Cody B here bringing you a message from God's Word. Today we're in James chapter 3, verses 1 through 5. James 3, verses 1 through 5. Listen to what James has to say, beginning in verse 1. Not many of you should become teachers, my brothers. For you know that we who teach will be judged with greater strictness. For we all stumble in many ways. And if anyone does not stumble in what he says, he is a perfect man, able to also bridle his whole body. If we put bits into the mouths of horses so that they obey us, we guide their whole bodies as well. Look at the ships also. Though they are so large and are driven by strong winds, they are guided by a very small rudder, wherever the wheel of the pilot directs. So also the tongue is a small member, yet it boasts of great things. How great a forest is set ablaze by such a small fire. Here he warns in this passage of James warns the Christians at the time and us today about the dangers of the tongue. He starts out the chapter and the paragraph in a very interesting way. He says, let there not be many of you who become teachers. And he says that, and people say, well, because being a teacher is dangerous, you have to be an expert of God's Word, and all that's true. But essentially he's saying in this text, the more you teach, the more you talk. The more you talk, the more you have a chance of misstating something or slipping up your words or saying something possibly inappropriately. It kind of goes along with what he said earlier in the text, be quick to hear and slow to speak. He warns against the tongue in this text and how the tongue can be a very controlling device. He compares it to a bridle in a horse. A bridle goes in the mouth of a horse and it controls the whole horse. He compares it to a rudder of a ship. He says, ships are great, they're large, they're massive, and yet they're controlled by this tiny rudder that goes one way or another. And the ship is directed by whichever way that small rudder is turned. And he ends it by saying, oh, how great a blaze can be set by such a small thing. He says, although it's small, it's very effective and can be very, very dangerous. Be mindful of what's on your tongues and what comes from your tongues and what enters the ears of other people. May God bless, and I hope you have a wonderful day.